Around 300,000 generations ago, the human species split from an ancient ancestor that we share with chimpanzees. Since then, human life expectancy at birth has doubled. Over the last 200 years, life expectancy at birth has doubled again. As animals go, humans perform well in longevity. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, between 2000 and 2050, the proportion of the world's population over 60 years will double from about 11% to 22%. With these facts in mind, dispelling the many myths associated with aging seems more pressing than at any point in our evolutionary history. In this video, I will tackle myths associated with exercise, cognitive ability, sex, and more. So let's start. 1. Physical deterioration is inevitable. This is not entirely untrue. As we age, our body does experience wear and tear from decades of use. However, physical deterioration does not have to be complete, and people can often slow it down. According to the World Health Organization, increased physical activity and improving diet can effectively tackle many of the problems frequently associated with old age. These problems include reduced strength, increased body fat, high blood pressure, and reduced bone density. In one study, scientists surveyed 148 older adults about their aging, lifestyles, and general health expectations. They concluded that expectations regarding aging play an important role in the adoption of physically active lifestyles in older adults and may influence health outcomes, such as physical function. So, although some deterioration is likely, managing expectations will help individuals make better life choices to maintain physical health and fitness later in life. In short, keeping active, eating right, and maintaining a positive outlook can often slow the physical deterioration associated with older age. 2. Older adults should not exercise. This is another popular myth. According to an article in Neuropsychobiology, keeping active can boost muscle strength, reduce fat, and improve mental health. Some people think that, once they reach a certain age, there is no point in exercising, as they believe that it will provide no benefit. In one study, researchers put 142 adults aged 60 to 80 through a 42-week weightlifting regime. The scientists found that the course increased dynamic muscle strength, muscle size, and functional capacity. There is also good evidence that regular exercise can reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. However, people should consult their doctor before embarking on a new exercise regime if they have a medical condition. For example, the National Health Service or NHS in the United Kingdom indicate that people with certain conditions associated with age, such as osteoporosis, should avoid high-impact exercise. 3. Older adults need less or more sleep. Some people believe that older adults need more sleep than younger adults, perhaps because of the stereotype that older people enjoy a nap. Others say that older adults need less sleep, which might stem from the stereotype that older adults rise early in the morning. These myths are relatively difficult to unpick because there are many factors involved. It is undoubtedly true that older adults have more difficulty getting to sleep and that their sleep tends to be more fragmented. This might help explain why some older adults need to nap in the day. As the human body changes with age, it can disrupt the circadian or daily rhythms. This, in turn, can impact sleep. The relationship is multifaceted, too. If a person's circadian rhythms become disrupted, it can influence other aspects of their physiology, such as hormone levels, which might also impact their sleep. Aside from circadian disruptions, certain diseases that occur more commonly in older adults, such as osteoarthritis and osteoporosis, can cause discomfort, which might adversely influence an individual's ability to get to sleep or stay asleep. Similarly, some conditions cause shortness of breath, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and congestive heart failure. This can also make sleeping more challenging. Also, certain medications, including beta blockers, bronchodilators, corticosteroids, decongestants, and diuretics, can also interfere with sleep. Older adults are more likely to be taking these types of medication, sometimes together. Before we continue, remember to leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. If you are already a subscriber, then thank you for your support. 4. Only women get osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a condition where bones gradually become weaker. Some people believe that it only affects women. This is not true. It can affect either sex and people of any age. However, osteoporosis is indeed much more common in older people, white people, and females. The International Osteoporosis Foundation estimate that globally, around 1 in 3 women over 50 have osteoporosis, and about 1 in 5 men will experience a bone fracture related to osteoporosis in their lifetime. Another related myth is that osteoporosis is inevitable for women as they age. As the figures above attest, 2/3 of women over 50 do not have osteoporosis. To minimize risks, people should eat foods rich in calcium and vitamin D and exercise regularly. 5. As you age, your brain slows. According to the WHO, the risk of developing dementia increases with age, but it does not affect all older adults. Worldwide, an estimated 5 to 8% of people over 60 have dementia. That means that 92 to 95% of people aged 60 or older do not have dementia. For example, in the United States, an estimated 13.9% of people over 71 have dementia, meaning that 86.1% of people over 71 do not have dementia. Contrary to popular opinion, cognitive decline does not necessarily signal the start of dementia. People who go on to develop dementia tend to experience cognitive decline first. However, not everyone who experiences cognitive decline will develop dementia. As the above-mentioned statistics show, cognitive decline is not inevitable, regardless of the long-held myth that older adults experience a mental slowing down. And, importantly, there are ways to reduce the risk. Maintaining regular physical activity and managing classic cardiovascular risk factors, such as diabetes, obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure were strongly associated with a reduced risk of cognitive decline. A healthful diet and lifelong learning or cognitive training also reduce the risk of cognitive decline. 6. There's no point giving up smoking now. Whether this is a genuine myth or merely an excuse, some older adults say that there is no point in giving up smoking at their age. This is not true. As the NHS clearly explained that, no matter how long you have smoked for and no matter how many cigarettes you smoke a day, your health will start to improve as soon as you quit. Some health benefits are immediate, some are longer term, but what matters is that it's never too late. 7. Sex is rare or impossible as you age. Some people believe that older adults lose their ability to enjoy sex and that their sexual organs become unfit for purpose. This, thankfully, is a myth. It is true that the risk of erectile dysfunction or ED and vaginal dryness increases as people age, but for most individuals, these are not insurmountable problems. Sildenafil or Viagra and lubricants or hormone creams can work wonders in many cases. Before taking Viagra, though, it is essential to speak with a doctor, as it is not suitable for everyone. An article in the International Journal of Clinical Practice indicates that around 0.4% of men aged 18 to 29 experience erectile dysfunction, compared with 11.5% of men aged 60 to 69. However, flipping that statistic on its head makes it much less daunting. Almost 9 out of 10 men in their 60s do not have erectile dysfunction. Intercourse between older people may be less fast and furious, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. Growing old does not necessarily discontinue a healthy sexual life, but it does call for redefining its expression. It is true that as some people grow older, they do not have the same sexual desire or drive as when they were young, but this is by no means the case for everyone. Finally, most of the myths surrounding age seem to center on inevitability. People believe that it is inevitable that they will gradually crumble into dust as their lives become increasingly unbearable, boring, passionless, and painful. Although certain aspects of health might decline with age, none of the above is inevitable for everyone. As we have discovered, a positive psychological outlook on aging can benefit the physical aspects of aging. So that's the video, and hopefully you have learned a thing or two. Please don't forget to leave me a like, share the video with your friends and subscribe. See you next time.